Devin and whoever else is doing it. Sounds like it can get really big, just on its own. So I think, it's a good thing to explore and learn, and hopefully we can, that's kind of where we hope to head. And when we're talking, a few years down the road.
Yeah, dude, that's huge, bro. That's a huge vision, bro, and that's awesome. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to, network and even coach you inside, with some of the things that I'm doing right now, because it's beautiful, man. They have a huge vision. I was actually talking to one of my buddies. He's connected in Chris Records Mastermind. You might know him. His name is Michael Crouch, and he's a guy who sold
the Hawaiian dude.
Yeah, he's like super chill.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone more chill than him, but he's super chill, super cool, and thank you so much. And he told me that one of his buddies that he just recently sold his one of his e-com businesses to an investor. Guess for how much, bro?
How much? I know Mike does big numbers. How much?
Sold it for $100 million. One of his friends, his
entire. Oh my gosh, that's insane.
Yeah, that is insane, bro. That is insane. So,
what are your goals? Are you looking to do more coaching and more e-com, or what?
Yeah. I mean, I think that the real business is in the e-com, not so much the coaching. I love coaching. I just love sometimes that face-to-face communication and being able to help others. And it's also a great way to be able to continue to put extra fresh revenue into the business,
Mm-hmm.
As well as kind of getting paid for what I'm learning. That's the way I see it as well. But really, I know that the real business is in building a branded e-com store and eventually being able to sell it as an asset down the line to investors.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I'm going with that as well. And, really, I kind of just want to build a company, an entire company, kind of modeling after Chris Record, doing things a little differently. I'm going to be flying out in May 20th. And he's going to basically show us his entire office, how he hires people, his corporate team. And, that's really what that's where I want to head. I want to build my own company and eventually be able to build these e-com stores into 8-9 figure stores where I can sell them down the line if possible. Or if it makes sense to investors, because I'm not sure if you watched this video. It was about Gary Vee, and he was like talking about like old money and like how a lot of old investors have this money and they're just trying to throw it at us because they're so outdated in technology and they're totally not computer savvy that they just have all of this old money that they want to invest into people like us or buy stuff that we have to offer. So yeah, man, I'm totally with the whole vision that you have, as well as building my own company and stuff like that. But yeah, man, that's what I want to do, and then eventually kind of just be able to share God's word, being able to outsource my business and being able to just, inspire people, bring people to the Lord and, just chill out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I dig it. I may be out there in May as well. I haven't decided if I'm going to go, but.
That's cool, man. Do you have an invite already or?
Yeah, I'm in the 7-Fig Academy. So.
Oh, dude, we're in the same freaking. Oh, dude, what the heck, man?
Yeah.
Were you at the mastermind session? You weren't able to make it?
Which mastermind?
How long ago did you join? Did you join right after the 3C event, or was it after?
I joined last summer after the first 3C event.
Oh, got it. Cool.
So yeah, I sat next to your wife in Vegas.
Yeah.
After the last 3C event, yeah.
Got it. I wasn't even part of it at the time, but that's cool. Yeah, dude, you should. Yeah, man, it would be cool if you go out there, man. We can probably connect and stuff. That'd be like on a more personal level.
Yeah, for sure. I'll hit you up if I'm going. I think I'm gonna go.
Yeah, dude, you should totally go, bro. I think it's gonna be pretty awesome. All right, so cool, dude. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, and timer on here, and we'll rock it out. So I'm gonna share my screen, and we'll go from here, and it's gonna be fun. All right, cool. So, I'm just gonna. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right, so what we're going to do is I basically have an outline here on what I'm going to teach you and what I'm going to coach you on and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to kind of share with you the outline. And then if you have any questions before we get started or questions on the outline, you can go ahead and definitely just chime in and just interrupt me. And then, I'll answer the question that you have or if you want more insight on it. So the first part, what we're going to be covering is going to be basically the Shopify overview. And it's going to be really simple. It's going to be really fast. I think that you pretty much understand that concept. But then we're going to dive into setting up your store. So I'm recording this so you can always go back and you can do exactly what you need. So we're going to talk about, choosing your Shopify account, how payments work, shipping, checkout, how to use a new Facebook pixel, and some of the things that you can use as you're getting started. So that's going to be the first part. And then the second part, we're going to be talking about how to source products and what to look for when you're putting products into your store. So this section is really based off of drop shipping, which I'm pretty sure you're familiar with, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're just going to be I'm going to be sharing with you some of the tools that you can use to see what the marketplace is already fond of, what the marketplace is already buying. So it can minimize your mistakes. It can save you a lot of money and time as well. And it's also going to help you being able to test different products. So we're going to be talking about the different tools that you could use here. And I'm going to give you live examples on how to do that. And then we're going to basically talk about different product offers. So these product offers are basically different ways that you can make money, or different ways or different income streams that you can bring into your Shopify store. And of course, you have upsell, downsell, reoccurring, email offers, free offers, bundle offers, bonus offers, referral offers, poll contests, $500 contests, instant discount, Facebook lead campaigns. So we're going to cover all of that stuff as well. And then we're also going to talk a little bit about building a brand, establishing trust, consistency, what you want to go with, whether it's niche, you want to build a niche store versus general store, customer support, social proof. We'll talk about that stuff when building the brand. And then we'll talk a little bit about page optimization, which is some of the stuff that you see here. We'll talk about the sales process, how to cross-sell compliments, kind of like how to be like Amazon, like how Amazon suggests different products to you to get more sales, more items added to the cart. And then we're going to dive into Facebook, and this is going to be really fun. We're going to be talking about how to actually get access to buying interest. So this is pretty ninja, and this is basically get access to interest that a lot of people aren't targeting, and how to get interest, how to get people who are buying. Let's say you're selling like dragon, let's say you're niche, and you want to know what interest they like. So you can actually go to them in a weird kind of way that I'm going to show you, and you can actually see exactly all of the fan page that they like, all of the interests that they like. So it's like a really cool ninja tool there. I'm going to show you that. Then we're going to go over the metrics. So when it comes to Facebook, one of the things I realized that I had a hard time with was Facebook is so awesome that it gives you so much data. But for me personally, I didn't know how to read the data. And second, I didn't know what to filter through, what I needed to read and what didn't really matter. So I'm going to actually give you like templates that you can create on your Facebook account. So it's as easy as literally just clicking, and it literally filters out all of the stuff that doesn't matter, and it gives you the stuff that really does matter. So that's going to be really cool. We're going to be talking about living inside the niche, interest layers, interest groupings, the different kind of ads that there are. We're going to talk about PPE ads, website conversion ads, clicks to websites. I know you say you're familiar with Facebook, but we're just going to cover this as well. And then we're going to talk about retargeting, lookalike audiences, ad copy, graphics and stuff like that. And then I'm going to hook you up with some bonuses that I'm using right now for my business that's really helping me track and really helping me scale my business. I think it's going to be super useful for you. So we're going to go ahead and get started, brother. And we're going to go for an hour. And I guess you mentioned that you wanted to go an hour a day, correct?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Awesome. Because last time, like the last two people I coached, it was like 4 hours. It was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. But they loved it. I mean, everyone's different. All right, cool. So we're going to go into my Shopify account. And the first thing I'm going to tell you is that, I just want to, a disclaimer that I want to put out there is that, I'm only going to show you the results that I've gotten. And I want you to think that, and obviously you seem like you have the right mindset, but I'm just throwing this out there. But, it's not going to make you $1 million, because I haven't made $1 million with e-com. But what I have done is that it's definitely, it helped me get to my first $1,000 in 29 days. And then right after, I was able to make, I think, $1,000 in 7 days. So I tell everyone, even though those are the results that I've gotten, one of the things that I tell them is that it's not limited to the results that I've gotten, but I don't want you to think that, that this is This is the pathway to making $1 million. This is a foundation. This is like a stepping stone. Because as you start learning more about e-com, there's going to be other leaders. There's going to be other training and other courses that, to be honest with you, are going to begin to start making because of this coaching right here. At least that's what I hope that it can do. Because for me, I realized that there was a moment where all of a sudden, all of the training I invested in, all of the coaching I was getting, all of a sudden started to make sense. And had I not taken part of that coaching, or had I not gone through a certain course, the following courses or coaching that I had to take would have never made sense. So everything kind of ties itself. And I really hope that this is a stepping stone and a foundation that's going to dive you into e-com, and it's going to hopefully successfully help you build a really powerful e-com store. So I'm just going to log in right now, and we're going to see what's happening here. And let's go. My computer's going really slow, but 1 second here. There we go. Oops. All right, cool. So here's where I'm at. Right now, I'm averaging about $1,000 every 7 days in revenue coming into my business. It took me 29 days to get to 1,000, but then all of a sudden I started to get the hang of a couple of things. And, you know, as you continue to keep going and learning more about e-com, you'll realize that things become a lot simpler. So that's kind of like last 7 days. If we do last 30 days at 2.6, last 90 days, which I haven't even done this for 90 days. So, and basically in a little bit less than 2 months, I've been able to generate $1,000 revenue. So that's my results. That's what I'm doing right now. And that's what I plan. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing, and kind of give you an insight of what I'm really doing. So obviously starting off with the Shopify overview, we're using Shopify as a selling platform. So basically we're using Shopify to sell our products. We're using the website. Let me show you my store that I have. It's really simple. It's called That's Dope. That's dopestore.com. And it's a general store. Which means that it's not a niche store. A lot of people ask me why I decided to do a general instead of a niche. And really because I found that it really helped me test different products out. Because like if you do a niche store, you can only be so niche centric, and you have to source products based on what the niche is. So having a general store for me personally, it really allowed me to test other products outside of one niche, figure out what was working and was not, a little faster than a niche product. So this is my store. That's Dope. Right now, some of the niches that I'm in right now is Dragon Ball Z, like superhero stuff, Rocky Balboa, extreme martial arts, and like the UFC and couple stuff, right? So that's like some of the stuff that I'm doing right now. So that's my store, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm obviously using Facebook. I'm driving traffic from Facebook to make the sales that I'm making inside of my store. So some of the benefits of being able to have a Shopify store is basically having the ability. The way I like to look at it is, number one, I don't have to build a website. I don't know how to, but also it allows you to optimize your website without having to get a designer. One of the cool things that I like about Shopify is that you can actually have apps installed into your Shopify, which really helps you optimize your business. So I'll give you a couple of examples. And it's really kind of like evolving. So as you start seeing holes and gaps in your business, there's probably an app for that gap or hole that you have in your business that can easily be covered, and now you can make more money. So one of the things that I like is that the apps are super easy to use. These are a couple of apps that I use, and I guess I'll just go into this really quickly just to show you some of the benefits. So for example, like Recommendify, and I'll show you a list of the apps that I'm using so you can take down in a second. But this app, what it does, it basically recommends and suggests other products that other customers have bought when buying something else. So it kind of gives you the Walmart approach. And that was super simple. I just added the app, I put it in my store, and now my store automatically optimizes to do that. Another one that you probably see is, I'm not sure if you see this, but you see this thing popping up over here on the left.
Yeah.
Right. So that's pretty cool. That's actually called Notify Me. And what that does, it obviously creates social proof. So as people are going into your store, they're seeing that other customers are buying, and not just other customers, but it actually tells you when the last purchase was, where they purchased from. So it really encourages other customers to really trust your store because of the social proof principle, which is if someone is doing it, then it must be right. So there's just a couple of other ones as well. There's something called Verify. So this is basically like a stopwatch. So like if I click on here, and this is actually another app, a pop-up app, but if I click on here for a second and I click on this, right, this is actually a necklace that's doing really well. And there's normally a timer. I'm not sure where the timer went, but I guess it's still loading. But you kind of get the hang of that. So that's actually one of the reasons why I like Shopify. One of the biggest benefits is that it's helping me optimize my business way faster with having to spend thousands of dollars for designers. Okay, so some of the dashboard sales channels is obviously you can do SEO, you can do Google Ads, Word. Personally, what I'm doing is Facebook ads. That's really what I've been really building my skill set on. I know that you're a beast at SEO. Maybe you can teach me some of that stuff. So that's kind of basically the Shopify overview. Okay, so that's really sharing with you a little bit quickly, a little summary of how Shopify works. Do you have any questions on this section in particular, or would you like me to shine a little bit more insight on something that you would like me to cover on this section?
No, I think I got that.
Okay, sweet, brother. So now what we're going to do is we're going to basically set up our Shopify store. So obviously what you need to set up your Shopify store is obviously Shopify. Do you actually have that? Did you already set up a store, or?
I haven't yet. I kind of didn't know if I could do general or what.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to I think I can get a link where I think you could get like a discount. I'm not sure how much it is, but I'll see if I could probably give you that link tonight. If not, you can just go through Shopify itself. Cool. So that's what we're gonna do right now. So since this is recording, let me just make sure it is recording. All right, it is recording. All right, since this is actually recording, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna kind of walk you through, and I'm gonna show you where. So really quickly, you have the home page, right? And if you click on the home page, it's obviously going to take you it's going to show you how many orders you have, right? How many you've made. And it's pretty self-explanatory. It lets you know when your payout schedule is, what's pending. It lets you know what products are being viewed the most, what products are being added to the cart the most, right? And then over here, they have a little section for reading and stuff. So that's the home page. Over here, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's where you fulfill your orders and stuff like that. And then your products, you click over here, you have different products, you can add products, and we'll go into that in a second. Collections is where you can basically create like a category to put products in. Like for example, everything Dragon Ball Z, things like that. You can create gift cards. So that's kind of that. And then these are basically all of your customers. So this is like your little database of all the people that bought something from your store. And your reports. Your reports is pretty cool. You can actually get product sales by based on what people are buying, by the month, by the hour. So you can have fun with that. You can click around and see where that at. Click over here where it says discounts is basically where you can create discounts for your store. And then obviously your online store is where you can see an overview, blog posts, themes, navigation, domains. We'll get into that in just a second. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to go into the settings of the whole thing. So in the settings, we're actually just going to be basically giving our store the name. So my store is That's Dope. So whenever you start setting up your store, you can put the name right in there. You can put your account email, the customer email. This is going to be the email your customers will see. And then you're just going to fill this information out. Very simple, very easy to understand. And when it comes to standards and formats, you want to make sure the default weight is pounds. Okay, that's what I have Imperial system. Okay, pretty self-explanatory. Now, when it comes to payments, we're gonna click on that. And right now, there's two ways that I'm processing payments, which is basically Shopify payments, powered by Stripe, and PayPal checkout. And this is very simple. I mean, you just basically fill your information out. You normally just put your account number or your card number in there, and they transfer money, I think, every 2 to 3 days. Like, it's pretty fast. And of course, you have PayPal, right? And you just basically put in your PayPal account, or email, should I say. And when people check out through PayPal, you receive the money instantly. So before you can start getting paid and before you do anything, you want to make sure you set these two things up so you have a way to make money inside of your business, right? So those are the two payments that I'm using. There's other ones as well. I'm just not familiar with them. I'm not really using them at this moment. But if I ever start using them and I find use in them, I'll definitely let you know. And the next part is checkout. So in checkout, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be basically, for this section where it says customer's account, we're going to click on where it says account. You can click on all three. And the reason why we're clicking on optional is because, number one, we want customers to create accounts with our store, but we don't want to make it mandatory because that's going to affect our conversion rate. But at the same time, we don't want to disable it because we want accounts. So we're just going to keep it optional. So we're going to click on accounts are optional. So when you're starting up your store, make sure that you click on accounts are optionals.
Okay.
And form options. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to click on require first and last name because it's going to be helpful when writing emails and sending stuff out like that, being able to know their first and last name. Company name, optional. If they have a company, they can put it. If they don't, it's whatever. And then address line 2. Optional. We don't want to keep it hidden because some people live in apartments, and we don't want to make it required because not everyone lives in apartments. So we keep it optional. Phone number, optional, right? Just making, just giving them the leisure. If they want to give us that information, they can, but it's not gonna be required. Now, when it comes to order processing, we're just gonna click on this. It's gonna be checked off. So use the billing address as a shipping offer address by default to save customers from having to fill it out again. And then over here it says if the customers abandon their checkout, send them an email reminder to complete their order. So I have 6 hours, but what I'm going to hook you up, I'm going to actually show you an app that I'm using that you can use to basically recover some of those abandonment carts that people sometimes they check out and they never buy out. So I'll show you the app that I'm using for that. But just click 6 hours for now. And then collecting consent, send promotional email to customers from your store. Just click on that where it says customer agrees to receive promotional emails by default. That's instantly just going to give you their emails. So that's going to be a cool way to build your email list fast. And it says after an order has been paid, do not automatically fulfill any orders, right? And I like clicking on this because if it automatically fulfills the orders, you're not going to really know what needs to be taken care of when people are shopping in your store and people are ordering stuff. So it does not fulfill it. I like to manually fulfill it so then I know that it's being taken care of. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, cool. And then after an order has been fulfilled and paid, you want to automatically archive the order. So as soon as it's fulfilled and paid, it automatically just boom, it's out of the equation, and now all you have to do is deal with the ones that are open. So I make sure that's checked off. Now, really quickly, before I dive into like how the new Facebook Pixel works, are you familiar with the Facebook Pixel? Like, what's your take on that?
I am, yeah. I use it a good bit for like remarketing, but that's about it.
Oh, so you're using it for retargeting and remarketing, huh?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So then you're gonna find this, I think, valuable. It's not as hard as a lot of people make it seem. There's actually people who've actually selling courses on it, which is kind of unbelievable.
Wow.
But it's actually really simple. So with the new Facebook Pixel code, you know how back in the day you had the custom one where you have to create all of these different pixels, all of these different codes, like conversion one for purchase one. So like all of that is now becoming a lot simpler. So Facebook has created one pixel to do all of that. So one pixel to track all of your purchases, one pixel to track all of your page visits, one pixel to track all of your sales. So in that sense, Facebook has made it a lot easier. So in this section, what you need to put is a new Facebook pixel, but this is going to be the section where it's going to basically track your checkouts, which means that when you look at Facebook and you look into the data of Facebook, right here, it's going to fire off anytime someone orders from your store. So this is going to be super important. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to kind of give you a quick introduction of how the new Facebook pixel works. And I'll show you how simple it is. So I know you're using it for retargeting, which means that you know where your Facebook pixel's at, but I'll just quickly manage my ads. Something wrong. How are you? No, that's good. Thank you. Thank you for the water. All right, so what we're gonna do here, we're gonna click on where it says pixels. And you pretty much know how to navigate through here, right, brother?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. So over here in this section, okay, it's basically where your Facebook pixel ID is, okay, just in case you may or may have not known. So that's where it's at right there, okay? So like you still can use the old conversion tracking pixel, but they're gonna get rid of it pretty soon, so it doesn't make sense to do that. So really quickly, so how the Facebook pixel work is the more data that your it's like basically like it's really amazing. The more data it collects, the better it can help. It's like the more data you run through ads, it collects all of that data and it helps Facebook optimize your ads through the new pixel. So this is the new Facebook pixel. So we're just gonna click on actions and we're gonna click on where it says view pixel code. Okay. And obviously this is gonna be the new Facebook pixel code. So this is going to be the only Facebook pixel code that you're gonna need forever for all of the things that we're gonna be talking about to track conversions, view content, all of that stuff. Okay. So, but how Facebook is making this work is that all you have to do is add a snippet of code to it. So it's one pixel for everything, but now you have to add a snippet of code inside the pixel so it can tell that pixel what action it wants to take. So in this example, the action that we want it to take is we want Facebook to fire off the purchase pixel. So when people go to a store and buy something, it automatically rings it up into our data and we can see where that sale is coming from. So the action that we're looking for is purchase, okay? Over here on the bottom, Facebook has given us the little snippet of code here, okay? So these are the little snippets of code that give this pixel the action that we're looking for. So in this example, we're looking for the purchase action. We want the purchase pixel to fire off. So this is a snippet of code that we have to put inside this bigger pixel. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So one thing I encourage you to do, you don't have to, but I think it's a lot easier for me personally, is I basically say I don't have to constantly kind of like, put the little snippet of code. So I already have my pixel code saved, my purchase pixel. So I don't have to do this. So I would encourage you to do this. I think it saves a lot of time. So I'm just gonna click on this, okay? So I'm just gonna wait for that to load. But this is basically the entire pixel right here. Okay, this is the pixel. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into Facebook and I'm gonna look for that purchase action. It's gonna say purchase. I'm gonna grab this right here. I'm gonna click on this, copy it. I'm gonna open up my new pixel, and I'm gonna throw it right in here, right between right there. This little line. I'm not sure if you could twice, 1, 2, and I'm gonna put it right there, right in between there. Okay. That's where you're gonna see it. And then I'm basically gonna copy this entire thing, and I'm gonna put it right in here. And just like that, now I have the new pixel that's going to be tracking my purchases inside of my Shopify store. Does that make sense?
Yeah, cool. So does that track a dollar amount, or is that just kind of general purchase thing?
It's going to be general, but here's what you can do. Where it says value, you can actually switch that up. But the problem with that, which I still haven't gotten my head around, is like I'm selling different kind of products. So like let's say I sell a product for $22, and then I sell another product for like $40. Like if whatever price I put it here, it's automatically gonna register it as a dollar amount. So one thing I do encourage you, then I'll show you, is how to, which you probably know how to, how to install Google Analytics into this or no?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. So, but you're familiar with Google Analytics, right, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, one thing I encourage is probably to install. I install Google Analytics in here, so then I can see, like, I can really see how much money I'm making. So, like, that's like my backup just in case Facebook doesn't track it correctly.
Right.
So that's what I do. It's basically between Google Analytics and Facebook. So I use this to track my sales and stuff, and I can see where my sales are coming from the ads that it's coming from. So that's what I do. So I'll give you an example. So if I go here really quickly, if I go to my manage ads real quickly, and I click on like if I click on purchase pixel really quickly, now I can instantly see like how many sales I made from this ad, right? From this, I made 239 sales, right? So the only reason why I know that is because the new pixel's firing off now. So that's exactly what you're gonna have, which I think is gonna be pretty cool. I'll show you how to actually later on in the course, I'm gonna show you how to create different templates. So then it instantly filters through all the nonsense and it gives you the data that you need for when you're looking to scale or kill an ad. Cool?
Okay, cool.
Awesome, sweet. So that's basically it. And then over here, you're just gonna generate refund policies, or you can edit them depending on what you want. Shopify has made it really easy to just kind of like generate different kind of policies. You don't even have to create them. You can just click there and it instantly generates it with your store name. So that's pretty cool. So that's the checkout part. Now, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a shipping, and I'll explain. And you can look back at this later if you want to do it. Okay, but I'm gonna kind of quickly explain. So these are some of the shippings that I have. So one thing that I have in my store is that free shipping on orders over $99 and up. So how I did that is just very simple. I basically, when it comes to adding shipping zones and stuff like that, it's really based off number one, how much you want to charge for shipping. Number two, like what offer you're promoting. So like if we go back here, like for example, I'll give you an example now. Like let's talk about free offers. So like how you make money with this specific stream of income into your store is you're basically selling something. Let's say you're selling like a necklace, and you're selling the necklace and you're getting the necklace for like $1 and you're selling it for more. So what you do is running an ad that basically says free, just pay shipping, right? So you're basically giving away something free, they're just paying the shipping. So with this offer, what I decided to create is different tiers, okay? Like I created tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, all the way into tier 9. Because what happens is I installed these tiers because when people are buying something free, sometimes people take advantage of it and they'll load up the cart with like 20 things. Okay. And I only make money from the shipping with this specific offer. So I decided to create tiers to prevent that. So like anytime someone buys something from me, it's going to be $9.95. Even though it's free, the shipping's $9.95. If they decide to add something to the cart, another item or the same item, should I say, be tier 2, which is going to be $14.95. Tier 3, $19.95. Tier 4, these just represent like how many products are adding to their cart because they're getting something free. So that's kind of like what I decided to do here is I decided to create these shipping tiers based on when I'm doing the free plus shipping offer. But to be super basic about it, the basic shipping anywhere from £1 to 2.5 is $3.99. USPS shipping is $4.95. Standard shipping is $5.95. And I kind of just scroll through this, and what you can do is you can probably, when you're setting up your store, you can kind of model after these numbers. One of my friends, actually Lawrence, which is in the group, Seven Figure Academy, he actually he actually showed me what his shipping was.
Mm-hmm.
And in the beginning, I just literally copy and pasted. I didn't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started to understand when I started to have issues in my store, because I had one person who bought like 25, he loaded up the cart with 25 items of a necklace, and they were 5. And I was like, what the hell? Like, I was like, man, I just lost mad money. So I had to, so like when you start making mistakes, you're also going to start getting a better handle on what kind of shippings you should create for that product or for whatever offer you're promoting. But for now, you can kind of just model off of these numbers. And so far, I haven't had any problems with it. If you're like, this is heavy goods, so this is $20. If you're sending anything that weighs more than 5 to 100 pounds, this is a free shipping. And then for international orders, I do $20. And I've seen people do 20, 25. I just have it at 20. It depends on you. So that's kind of like the shipping. I kind of just go through it slow. So whenever you do look at the replay, you can kind of just add these numbers.
All right, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. So there's no app that can just do that for you?
I'm sorry, what?
It seems like there should be an app that just kind of does free plus shipping, right? This looks like complicated.
Yeah, it looks kind of complicated, brother. And honestly, when I first started, I didn't even want to understand the logic behind it, because I'm like, I'm gonna get more overwhelmed. So I literally just, Lauren sent me like a picture, and I'm like, I just literally copied and pasted. And then later on, as I started to see, like, as I started to sell more products, things just started to make more sense. But I think there is an app. I think it's I'm not sure what the app is, but I actually probably need it. But yeah, I'm modeling after Lawrence. Again, these are some of the things that are helping me out, and so far I'm doing pretty good with the shipping rates. And people are not, like, ever since I did this, people aren't taking advantage. And I'm sure there's probably going to be something I will run into the future, but for now, these shipping rates are working for me. All right, cool. And then now we're going to move on to taxes. And actually, I don't even have this set on here, but I think this is for your own purposes, for your own taxes, I think. But yeah, so we're going to move on to notifications. And these are just some stuff that automatically the store kind of sends out for you. I'll show you an app that I'm using that sends the email, like something that's way better than this. It's I'll show you in a second. And then gift cards, you can create gift cards, files, account. So this is the account. I think that you can have an account for $23, or you can have the professional plan for like $75. The only difference is that one of them gives you reporting and the other one doesn't. It's up to you. I have the professional, I think, the one I pay $75 for. So it just gives me reporting. But I know some people that actually just use Google Analytics to track all of their reporting, and they don't even use it. So it's totally up to you. That's kind of like what I tell people. So that's pretty much it, man. That's kind of like when it comes to like setting up your store, we actually need one more thing. So we're actually going to be talking really quickly about pixels one more time, because I don't think I covered it very well. So again, like I was telling you with the pixel stuff, we're gonna be setting up a couple of pixels right now in your store. And when you set up these pixels, it's gonna give you it's gonna track the data that we need when it comes to like looking at our ads and seeing if we need to kill or scale up. So we're gonna go into we're gonna click on where it says online store, and we're gonna click on where it says themes. And one of the themes that I'm using right now is it's called Ventura, but there's a lot of people's favorite, and it's a free theme, by the way. But so like if you actually go to visit themes, if you click on here, you can figure out what theme you or based on the look that you're going for. And as that's loading up, but I'm using basically Ventura, and I'm using Brooklyn. Brooklyn is something that a lot of people like too. It's like super easy. This is how it looks. This is how it would look if I was using it. As that's loading up, so it would look like this, and I think it would look like if I click on this, I'm gonna click on that, and it would look like that. So it's a different feel. It's really simple, honestly, but I've seen people really cash in on it. Like people make money. One of the things I am gonna tell you is that I know for me personally, I was getting kind of like I was being like kind of like held up on like, oh, I need to get the right theme. But as long as you have a theme that is not hard for people to move around and something that fits the brand that you're looking for, I would say go for it. So we're here. This is the ecom theme. There's a whole bunch of them. You can sort them out by all, free, premium, industry, or you can sort them from price low to the price high, most popular. So you can have fun with that and see what you're looking for on your Shopify store. That's another thing that makes it really simple. All right, cool. So let's just pretend that now you picked your theme, okay? You picked your theme, you're ready to go. So now we're gonna have to install a couple of pixels inside of your theme to make sure that Facebook is collecting the data. So we're gonna click on these little 3 dots. This is gonna open up a tab that's gonna scroll down, and we're gonna click on where it says Edit HTML. And this should not be anything that scares you because you're like an SEO person. But I know some people that I do show this, they get all freaked out. They're like, "Oh man, it's coding," but this is like cake to you. All right, cool. So we're gonna click on where it says Theme Liquid, and what we're gonna do here on Theme Liquid is we're gonna basically install our Facebook pixel. We're just gonna install our Facebook pixel. So it's not gonna be anything different. We're just gonna open this up and hold up. On this thing, we're gonna open up our Facebook pixel, and here we go. And there we go. 1 second. Page view. Cool. All right, cool. And we're just gonna basically put our Facebook pixel. We're just gonna put our Facebook pixel. We're not gonna need anything different on here. It's just gonna be our Facebook pixel. So if we go on Facebook and we just click on this, we're just gonna insert this pixel. We're not gonna put any actions to it. We're just gonna put this pixel, excuse me, inside of this right here, which is gonna be at the header, the head of this, and we're just gonna put it right in there. So once we put the Facebook pixel inside of the theme liquid, that's gonna be one of the pixel codes that we're gonna put in there, and then the next one we're gonna put is going to be the Facebook cart liquid. Okay, so I'm sorry, the cart liquid. And the one we're gonna put here is gonna be the add to cart Facebook pixel. And this is gonna let you know how many people are adding your items to their cart. And it's gonna be right here at the top. So what we're gonna do is we're literally going to, we're gonna just open up the Facebook pixel. We're gonna open up the Facebook pixel, and I'm just gonna walk you through it again just to show you how simple it is. And in the add to cart, we're gonna be looking for the add to cart action. So right here, Facebook shows us that it says add to cart, and right here it basically tells us the code that we need to put in there so Facebook can track it. So we're gonna copy that. We're gonna come back here, and we're gonna add it right in here. And now we're just gonna copy this entire thing, and we're gonna paste it right in here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sweet, awesome. And that's gonna be the add to cart. Then we're going to do, the next one we're gonna be doing is we're gonna come down here where it says product liquid. We're gonna click on where it says product liquid. And in here, we're gonna basically put the view content. The action that we want in this section is view content. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to ad managers, and we're gonna look at where it says view content, which is gonna be right here. We're gonna copy this event code, and we're gonna open up our pixel, and we're just basically gonna install it here. And now it automatically is gonna read it. It's Facebook pixel is gonna optimize for this action. We're gonna copy this, and we're gonna put it right in here. Let me drink some water. Yeah. So we're gonna put it right in here, and now we have the product pixel in here, the view content. And every time you do it, bro, make sure you save it. Make sure you save it every time. So once you do that, you're pretty much set. You're pretty much good to go. Let me just look at something really quickly. Yeah, so that's basically when it comes to the pixels and stuff. Oh, baby, can you connect my? Can you connect this? 1 second, bro. All right, so yeah, so once you do that, bro, you're pretty much good to go. And now the boring stuff is kind of out of the way, and you're pretty much good to go. Now you can be sure that when you look at your Facebook data, that it's gonna track the right thing. So that's pretty cool, man. It's kind of boring. It's out of the way.
That's cool, man. I actually haven't seen that before. I like that.
Oh, that's pretty cool, man. A couple of sales just came in while talking to you. So
Beautiful.
yeah, dude, and the way I see it, bro, is like, if you could do it, if you can make your first sale, like that's what I've been telling myself. Like at first it was really hard, but then I made my first sale. I said, if I can make my first sale, I can make my first 10. And I said, if I can make my first 10, I can make my first 100. Then I made that. And then I said, if I can get to like $300 to $500 a day, that would be so good. And then I got to that. Now I'm trying to optimize to get to 1,000 a day. But of course I'm still failing, but I know I'm going to get there because it's just, we both understand that that's how it works, All right, cool. So what we're going to do now, we're going to click on, so navigation. We're just going to talk a little bit more about this boring stuff, but really quickly. So navigation is basically where you can create the little tabs that you see on top. So the little tabs on top that you see here, hopefully, yeah. Actually, I'll show you here. There we go. The tabs that you see here, like why buy from us, shipping and handling, about us, that's basically the navigation. And you can put stuff on there that you want. I'll later tell you why I put this, and it's gonna increase your conversions by a little bit. But for now, just understand that whenever you want to create tabs, whether you can even create a tab towards your blog, like whatever you want, or wherever you want to redirect them. So this is where you can create them. You can create the menu ones and the footer ones. And then over here is where you basically put your domain name. So I put my domain name. I already did it, but it's really simple. If you already have your domain and you buy from GoDaddy, you literally just follow the steps that they tell you, and then you connect it, and that's it. So that's pretty much it for this section. We covered payments, shipping, checkout, pixel themes. We have about another 20 minutes, brother, before the hour is done. So we're gonna move on to the next section, which is now we're gonna start having some fun. But before I move on to the next section, do you have any questions on this?
I think I'm clear. Maybe I'll follow up after I go through it myself, but I think that was all pretty straightforward.
All right, sweet, bro. Yeah, and one thing that I tell everyone that gets my coaching and stuff, it's gonna be unlimited updates. I just want to kind of just anything that I learn, I'll hit you up, and if you have time, I'll kind of either put it in the group or maybe set something else up. So anytime I come across anything new or I pick up new training that is getting me results, I always with the people that took my coaching.
Sweet, dude. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem, brother. So cool. All right, so we covered this section. Now we're going to go into sourcing products, what to look for, the tools to use. So this is going to be interesting. So one thing that we're going to do here is these are going to be all the tools that you're going to use to source a product and to see what product is selling. So before I go into that, how this is going to work is you want to make sure that you figure out you can go into a niche that's going to be profitable. You can go into a niche that's going to make money for you. So one of the things that I did actually is I actually just used some Facebook to do some sneaking around, and you can do this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up some of these stores right now. Some of these things that I have here. So I have AliExpress, and AliExpress is basically which I'm pretty sure you've heard everyone. Yeah, it's like a Chinese. It's where people get. It's kind of like where people get connected with other Chinese manufacturers. So we're gonna open up Amazon. We're gonna open up Facebook, and And then I'm going to give you a live example of actually how I found the winning product, doing exactly what I'm going to show you here. All right, so now, cool. So we're just going to open those up for now. Do what? Oh, watch count. We need watch count. All right, cool. And we're just going to, my computer's like going super slow, but all right, cool. So I'm going to actually share with you a live example right now. One of the winning products that I found through Facebook. And what I did was a couple things that I do is one of the things I was doing actually, to believe it or not, I was actually just scrolling through here, and then someone targeted me, and they were actually doing this product offer. They were doing a free offer, which is free, just pay for shipping.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually saw it through here, and I was like, what? Are you kidding me right now? I'm like, this guy's really trying to sell me. And I was like, let me see what he's got. And I started to see, like, I started to look at it. Then I started to see if people bought it. And I basically reverse engineered the entire thing, bro. And I was like, I could create a way better picture. I can create better copy. I can make this way better than he did without copying him. I just literally kind of modeled after him. And then I reverse engineered the whole thing. And so let me just show you the exact that I saw, that I came across. So I was scrolling through my Facebook one day, and I basically saw this, and I was like, interesting. Okay, he's trying to sell me a Rocky Balboa necklace, and I was like, okay, he's selling this, and he's basically saying that he's giving it away for free, just pay shipping. So the first thing that I did, right, if you ever want to reverse engineer anything, you want to make sure that people are buying this stuff. So, like, I just literally just started going through the comments, and if you have a Mac, by any chance?
I do, yeah.
Oh, okay, this is going to work for you then. So I started going through the comments, and I was like, okay, let me see if people are buying this. And if people buy it, then if people are buying it, then I'm probably. So the first thing that I did here is I basically opened up all the comments, and then I press Command F, and it pops this thing up on the top. And then I started looking for words like order, and I just wanted to see if people were ordering this. And then I said, then this was one person. I ordered mine, buddy, right? So I was like, okay, one person bought it. Okay, two people bought it. Okay, another person bought it, and I started looking through this stuff. Oh, okay, another person ordered. Okay, cool. So I started to see, like, people ordering it, So now it's like, and I started looking for, like, order or bought, or, like, love this, right? Or, like, I wanted to see if people, like, really liked it or they were just liking it, because sometimes, like, I've ran ads where it's getting so much engagement and no one's freaking. What the heck, So I started to realize that sometimes people just engage with your ad because it relates to them. But if people are using words like I ordered, I bought mines, I love this, they're basically insinuating, or they're giving you the hint that they're attracted to the gift or to the thing that you're selling versus just the relatability of the niche. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I started to look for it, and I was like, oh, okay, people are buying it. Okay. So I ended up creating one like that, and I'll go into like how I actually did some really cool ninja targeting and stuff. But for now, do you kind of get that example? Like, if you see someone targeting you, pay attention to it. Like, if they're doing something for free, and then also click on their store. So I clicked on their store, right? And I wanted to see how it looked and what he was doing here. So this is his store, or whatever. And I just wanted to check it out. I wanted to see how it looked. So that was it. I clicked on the store, and what's gonna happen, bro? Most marketers use retargeting. So if you click on their store, you're most likely gonna get retargeted, and they're probably gonna show you another ad that they're running. So you can probably reverse engineer it if it's successful. So always click on their store because you want to be retargeted. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool, awesome. So that's what I did. And I'll go into this later. And really quickly, I'll show you actually the ad that I ended up creating, which I think is better, but maybe it's just like my ego or whatever. But I really think it's a lot better because this one is kind of confusing. I don't like it's so much writing, and it doesn't automatically tell you that it's free. Like I don't know, it's really weird. But so this is actually the ad that I decided to create, and it was modeling after that person. So it looks like this, and it's a little bit more clear. You know what I'm saying? Like it's less wording, and it just automatically just instantly lets them know that it's free shipping. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I dig that.
Yeah. So like, one thing I always like to tell myself is I'm not gonna copy them because I think that's like not ethical, but I am gonna model after them. So I said I can probably make it better. So so that's what I did. So that's just an example there. So that's one thing that I did. So just be on the lookout when people are like, when people are targeting you. They could be targeting you with something, with your next idea or your next winning product. So that's one thing. One thing that you can do is you can start looking stuff up here, let's just say maybe just whatever comes to your mind, maybe like superhero shirts or you can and you can just start looking through this, and so like this person is actually selling this. Like this is actually a good example. So this I actually know where the shirts are. Those shirts are actually coming from AliExpress, actually, like from this site. This guy's running an ad. It's a different kind of ad. It's a video ad, but it's got a lot of engagement in. So this would be worth looking at and seeing if this is worth reverse engineering. His store is not even up anymore. I'm not sure, but this is kind of like an example right there. You can look at it, but you can't really go on the store, so you can't really see. But I would start looking through it to see if people are. It's got a lot of engagement, so I'm thinking that he probably made money from it, or else he would have never kept running it. So there's things here, and as you keep scrolling, you're just gonna get some ideas, and you're gonna see like maybe get some ideas for your next product. This person's selling shirts. Another, you can just type in necklaces, and you can see if people are selling stuff. Like this is an e-com store, I think, and you could just start kind of getting ideas of what people are selling. This is an e-com store. They're doing something I think similar to free, just pay shipping. But one thing that I recommend is just start going through Facebook, just start searching stuff up and seeing if you can get ideas for your next product. So that's actually what I did with that example. So whatever niche you decide to go into, you obviously want to start searching it up, looking for it, understand, like kind of living inside of the niche, which I'll cover later. But really, I'm going to cover tools here. So the first tool that you're going to have is watch count. So watch count is basically lets you know what's popular on eBay. What people are watching and what people are actually buying. So this is a good way to see what the marketplace is buying right now and what the marketplace is interested in. AliExpress is basically, it connects you with other Chinese manufacturers where you can buy the stuff that you're going to be drop shipping for very cheap. And then Amazon, it's really good to kind of like. It's really good to kind of like look up a product that you may have found on AliExpress or eBay. And you can drop ship from Amazon as well, but it's really good to kind of find that. And on Amazon, they have a lot of reviews, so you can see if like before you start promoting the product, based on the reviews, you can see if people are actually liking it or not. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. And let's just say like, let's just look at a couple of examples here. Let's I don't know, let's put like necklace or something. And let's see what pops up here. So, so this is a good indication right here. So what you want, the ratio that you normally want is you want more sales than more people watching. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, and typically a good number to go by, but not but you don't have to like live by it. Like, you know, you can break it sometimes. Is you want to make sure you have 1,000 sales at least. So at least 1,000 sales on something is a good indication. So this right here, brother, is like a necklace. So if you're writing any notes, one of the things that a person told me that really helped out a lot was there's 3 things that you need to know when it comes to selling stuff through e-com. He said promotions. He said people, products, and promotions. People, product, and promotions. So like with the Rocky example, with the necklace example that I'm selling right now, with the little boxing cuffling or whatever, obviously the product that I'm selling is a necklace. The promotion that I'm running is free, just pay shipping. And the angle that I decided to take was to target Rocky fans. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like if I look Rocky necklace or like Rocky necklace, you're not gonna find it because you might actually, it's right here. But it's not. It's actually not. It's something that you can angle this not just to Rocky fans, but you can angle it towards like maybe the Cinderella. They can angle this towards so many different things. It doesn't just have to be Rocky. Right. So, like if I'm looking at this, actually, I would say to myself, okay, like how can I angle this? You know, I can probably, because obviously people are buying it, right? So you just gotta find like who are those buyers, identify those buyers, and figure out like an angle to get this product across to certain people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like this is an example here. So you're seeing a lot of different things here. But if you have a niche in mind, like niche, like if we type in I don't know, Christian. Hey, let's say you want to go into the Christian niche. You just click on that, and then what's going to happen is that they're going to pull up some of the products that people have bought. I don't think this actually makes any sense. But I mean, they have Rosemary's. They have different things here, and not all of them are actually Christian. But you want to use this tool to basically look up the niche that you're in and see what are products in that niche that you can probably drop ship. That you just to start getting ideas. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So once you start using this, if you want to drop ship from eBay, you can go ahead and do so. Or you can drop ship from AliExpress. And AliExpress, you're going to do the same thing, very similar. So this is actually the product that I'm selling right here. It's a boxing glove. So one thing that you want to do is you want to sort these things out by order, because it's automatically going to let you know what's selling a lot in the marketplace. So this has like 1,042 orders. This has 961 orders. So it kind of lets you know like people are ordering this, right?
Right.
You have this filter right here. You have watch count to kind of let you know what's popular in the marketplace. And then you have AliExpress to kind of let you know the same thing as well. So you have like these 2 things to do kind of like the same thing. And now you just got to choose where you want to drop ship from. So normally I normally drop ship from AliExpress, and now you can do the same thing. You can base it off orders, or you can base it off selling rating, which is important too. So you can do selling rating because you don't just want like, you know, bad stuff. You know, you want people who are good. You know, so
right.
So you could do that. I normally just base it off of orders, and off of the orders, I can see the rating. So that's what I do. So that's kind of what those 2 tools, I would use those 2 tools for. And then for Amazon, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up that same product and see if Amazon has it. And Amazon Indeed is selling something similar to that, and they're selling it for like $15. They're selling it for like $12, $15. So this instantly lets me know that this has a high perceived value. So I can, for $166 from AliExpress, I know that people are buying it, and Amazon is selling it too, and they're actually selling it for more. And what I would do on Amazon before I start promoting the product is I'd probably look at some of the reviews, like what are people saying? Like, do people think it's a good product or not? So like, I don't know. I'll just click on it and see what people are saying. I'll just look for reviews. Like if it's like people are saying like, I bought it and it turned green as soon as I put water on it, like I may not want to promote it. So this person said they're satisfied. It was awesome, excellent quality. So I know that it's something that's worth promoting. People probably like it. It's probably good. So that's what I would use these three things for. And watch count, AliExpress, and Amazon. Does that make sense how those tools work?
Yeah, question on, so AliExpress I know is like coming from China, which can take a long time. Are there some that ship sooner and some that ship later? Or like how do you deal with that with your customers?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I like to only like to drop ship products that are e-packet. So e-packet basically means that if you click on here, right? Let's just say you want to place an order with these people, before you do, where it says shipping, there's going to be a section right here, and if you click on that, it's going to pop up, and it's going to let you know the different kinds of shipping. So this one doesn't actually have e-packet, and it's going to take like 40 years to come, so the customers are going to be pissed off.
Right.
And then the other stuff, it doesn't give you any options here. So I'm not going to use this, man. I'm not going to use this connection because it's no good. The customers are going to get angry. So I'm going to look for one that has e-packet inside of it. So So I'm going to look for, let's say, where the hell is it at? I'm just going to click on one of them and see if they have e-pack or not. I don't know what happened to that merchant, but I know I have it somewhere saved, but I wanted to give you an example. Oh, oops. So I'm just going to have to log in real quick. So like, all right, so let's say this is the merchant, right? I'm going to click on where it says shipping, and it's going to pull this up. And it's gonna give me different examples. You see where it says e-packet?
Yeah.
So like compared to like 15 to 40 days or 45 days, e-packet delivers faster. And typically, sometimes I've had customers get it way faster than 10 to 15 days. But this is something that you want to make sure your products have. Does that make sense? E-packet.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So that costs $244.
Yeah.
How much does the product cost here?
So it costs $149 a piece.
So your cost is like $3 or $4, I guess.
Yeah, so it's gonna come out $349. So if I do free, just pay shipping, it's $9.95. So my profit margin on that is $602. That's not to mention upsells that you can put in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's not to mention like how to get more people to add more how to get people to add more items per cart order. So you want to make sure your profit margins are above $5. But for the most part, you never want to pay more than $4. So like I'm like skimming it. Like it's $3.93. If it was more than $4, I wouldn't do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's an example though. But there's several different examples here, and I'm gonna finish this off, brother. We just finished the hour. But I'll give you one more example, and then we'll call it a day, and then we'll do another session tomorrow. So I'm gonna click on here, and there's actually some of them that come with e-packet, so you don't have to pay. So this one's like free e-packet, which means that you're not gonna have to pay for it. It's actually part of it. Mm-hmm. So if you find merchants that do that, that's even a sweeter deal. So some of them actually offer it free. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, so that's pretty much it as far as this section that we just covered. So we covered that section. Let me just make sure. We covered all of this. We covered that. So doing the next thing that we're not going to talk about it today, but tomorrow, shipping made easy. So I'll actually give you a live example of how I fulfill an order in front of, and it takes like less than 5 minutes. I'm actually going to be buying. A friend recommended me an app that's kind of like that basically fulfills all of the orders for you automatically. So I'm gonna look into that. If it's as good as he says it is, I'm gonna basically probably I'll probably share it with you as well, and see how that works.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. But
even doing drop shipping, even doing it yourself is not a bad thing, because eventually, I don't want, like right now in the beginning, I'm having to do everything. It's kind of annoying, right. But it's not. The cool thing about it is that eventually, I'm gonna hire someone to do what I'm doing. So then, and if I'm not doing it myself, I don't know what to teach them to do. So even if you just do the first couple of 3 or first couple of orders, just so you can get the hang of it, so you could teach someone to do it, I would recommend that. So I'll go over that tomorrow. We'll go over shipping basics, tips and warnings, and then we'll cover all of these different offers and how you make money off of these different offers. And then we'll go into more stuff, and who knows, maybe we might be able to finish tomorrow. If not, we'll finish all of this on Wednesday. Is that cool?
Cool, man. Yeah, it's good. Actually, tomorrow I've got to shoot all day. Is it cool if we do Thursday or Friday or whatever works for you?
What are we doing Thursday? Are we good Thursday? I gotta look at my schedule, but it seems like Thursday would be a good thing. I think would be good Thursday. So on Thursday, we'll do the second run, and then we'll go over the rest of the stuff on that. But so far, I mean, I know the beginning was kind of boring setting up the store, but are you starting to get the hang of it? Like, what's your feedback? Go ahead, share.
Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna dig around and try to find some products. Maybe I'll run them past you and see what you think. You know, that was a big question in my mind. How do you find the right products? You know.
Yeah.
So what you showed me was really useful. I like that. So I'm gonna dig around and see, and then kind of go from there, I guess. But I think setting up. I've done Shopify before, but just not like e-com style. Just for like one of my clients was had Shopify, so I'm pretty familiar with the setup. So that was all pretty good.
Awesome.
All pretty clear. But yeah, man, I think it was great so far. I appreciate it.
Sounds good, bro. Yeah, so as far as like the questions that you have on what products to figure out, a lot of those questions are going to be answered ways you can make money through your store. And then just start diving into niches that you believe that you would be passionate about promoting. Too, I recommend definitely make sure the niche is 1 million or over, 1 million people or over, and really, dude, the key to this whole thing that I'm trying to realize is that as long as you match the right product in front of the right audience, it's just gonna sell. And then the only thing you have to worry about is building trust, and you build trust through like having customer support and being consistent with your orders and just fulfilling them. That's it. And finding the right audience is going to come down to targeting, which I'll show you how to do, what I'm doing. And then finding the right product is just going to come down to seeing what's selling in the marketplace.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm excited, and just start digging around, start thinking about some of the niches you want to go into.
I definitely will, man. Cool, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, you'd actually appreciate this, bro. You actually mentioned that that you're in the. This is gonna take 1 second, bro. I promise it's gonna be good.
Yeah, of course.
You actually mentioned. You said that you're like in the weight. You're doing like a fitness thing. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you're gonna appreciate this, bro. Maybe this might be an idea for you. I know he's selling a lot of them. Oh, this is the wrong one, but so it's basically a free, just pay shipping offer, and he's targeting the weight and the fitness niche. It's a really killer. It's pretty smart because you'll see what I mean by when I show it to you. This is the ad that I saw coming, and if you don't do it, I'll probably do it. Okay, this is it. So it's basically like it was a video that I saw on my news feed, right? It was a sponsored, and here's what the video. It's basically a video ad, and it's basically one of those things that makes up your protein.
Right.
Yeah, and look, it's a video. It's a short video. It's like less than 15 seconds, and he has, look, you can reverse engineer this, brother. It says we're giving away 200 free electric protein shakers. That's actually really smart. So he's using scarcity there. Oh, that's good. I can learn from that. You just pay shipping. Click here to get yours. Look at this. 2,000 people reacted to it. 700 shares, close to 600.
Awesome.
I mean, I don't know if people are buying it, but I mean, I'm assuming, I think they are. I mean, I haven't done the research on this yet, but if you click on their site, you can even see what's selling on their store. So this might be an idea for your fitness niche, you know? So this, and they have the little timer right there.
Very nice.
He's selling a bunch of these probably.
I like that. I definitely want to do that. Could you send me that link?
For sure, bro. I'm looking at it now. I'm like, yo, this is good. Yeah, for sure. Hold up. Yeah. So like, the way I look at it, bro, is I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel, man. I'm just trying to see what people are already making money on, and I'm trying to capitalize on that. That's exactly what I did with the other ad that I showed you. All right, cool. Let me send it to you right now. I'm not sure if they have. I'm not sure where you can find the product, but you probably can find it in Ali. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. I'll dig around. I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, start digging around people's store and stuff. And remember when I was showing you earlier on how there was this thing that pops up that says that was like the sales that were coming in.
Yeah.
If you find that in a store, bro, that's a gift, bro, because it's literally telling you all of the products that are selling in their store.
Right.
Now you can reverse engineer it. So like if you go on this guy's store and he has that app, you can see the products that are selling in the weight and the fitness niche.
Sure.
So just that little app right there, dude. That thing is killer, bro. And like they say it's a demon and it's an angel, because it's a demon if it's like if marketers get a hand of it, and it's an angel. It increases conversions. But
that's hilarious.
You have to get going, dude. I really appreciate you, and thank you for taking your time. Hopefully you got some value, and I guess Thursday we can meet. I'll confirm with you by the end of today.
All right, sounds good, man. I'm free all day, so whenever it's good for you, then.
Dude, I'm excited for you, man. Take care, bro.
Thanks a lot, bro.
All right, no problem.